Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good night. Welcome back, fellow Night Radiants, to the channel. And today we have another episode of Car Mechanic Simulator. And today we are going to do a restoration project. And today we have a Mercedes 300 SL. A really cool classic car in my opinion. And they are in real life really expensive. So let's see if we can make some money off of this one. Or we gonna keep it. I have no idea. At least we are not gonna paint it yellow. Although it looks really okay. But let's go and restore this puppy, because I think it's a gorgeous classic car. So let's get it over to the wash bay and then I will see you in the workshop.
The next day.
So here we are at the workshop. What's the plan for today? So the plan is to restore this beautiful Mercedes and keep it original. No modifications to the engine, just keep it standard. Because I think it's gonna make more money when we upgrade parts, but I think we should keep this one as classic as possible. So clean as possible. I think it's gonna look gorgeous. So let's get over and strip every part of it, get the engine out, or at least the remaining parts of the engine, and let's get right into it. And then after we strip the car, let's do a weld, and then we're gonna start the engine up, building up I mean. So let's get right into it. The Mercedes-Benz 300 SL, chassis code W198, is a two-seat sports car that was produced by Mercedes-Benz from 1954 to 1957 as a Gullwing Coupé, and from 1957 to 1963 as a roadster. The 300 SL traces its origins to the company's 1952 racing car, the W194, and was equipped with a mechanical direct fuel injection system that significantly increased the power output of its 3-liter overhead camshaft straight inline 6. The 300 SL was capable of reaching speeds up to 260 km an hour or 162 miles an hour, earning its reputation as a sports car racing champion and making it the fastest production car of its time. The car's iconic gullwing doors and innovative lightweight two-wheeler frame construction contributed to its status as the groundbreaking and highly influential automobile. The designation SL, variation of the German term Superlicht, meaning super light, a reference to the car's racing-bred lightweight construction. The 300 SL was introduced to the American market as a suggestion of Max Hoffman, Mercedes-Benz United States importer at the time. And there we have it, the car is fully stripped and now ready for a weld job. So let's get the welder over here and let's do a weld job, shall we? So let's see, how does it look? It looks really rusty, really bad. So let's give it a little weld. Let's go. Yes, 2 grand. Okay. Okay, now the body looks fully restored, really nice. I also really nice yellow color, gold yellowish. Although I think I like the metallic gray with the red interior much more than the yellow, unfortunately. Sorry for the red one, it is what it is. Now we have the fully body repaired, and now let's go over towards the engine room. I call this the engine room because you mostly build the engines over here, and we have to build this engine, the inline 6 M186. It's a pretty big engine, but it's an inline 6, so that's why it's really large. And now let's see, what do we have to do? First of all, let's strip the block, maybe buy everything new, but we'll see. So I'm gonna figure that out and I'm gonna see you when I start building the engine.
5 minutes later.
Okay, so I have cleaned all the parts and looked at the block and everything should be okay. Cleaned the block, everything. And now let's go over towards the engine. So it's an inline 6, so it's a big engine, as you can see by the outline. So let's get right into this build, shall we? So enjoy the time lapse and I will see you after we have built this beautiful engine. Let's go. The Mercedes-Benz 300 SL remains the highly sought after classic car and is celebrated for its performance, design and technological advancements. The 300 SL traces its origins to an endurance racer, the Mercedes-Benz W194, developed by Daimler-Benz in 1951. It used a 3-liter inline-6 M186 engine shared by the company flagship 300 Adenauer Saloon W186 and the two-seater 300S Grand Tourer W W188. Although W194's 175 horsepower engine produces less power than competing cars by Ferrari and Jaguar. Its low weight and low aerodynamic drag made the W194 fast enough to be competitive in an endurance race. Mercedes-Benz developed a new version of the 1953 racing season by replacing the M186's carburetors with fuel injection and shifting to 16-inch wheels. The gearbox was installed on the rear axle. Its body was made of Electron, a magnesium alloy, which reduced the weight by 85 kilograms or 187 pounds. Mercedes-Benz decided not to race the alloy car, choosing instead to begin practicing in Formula 1 in 1954. Later versions revised the body to lower air resistance and did not continue the transmission arrangement. The origins of the 300 SL. The idea of Mercedes producing a toned-down Grand Prix car targeted to affluent performance enthusiasts in the booming post-war American market was struggling by the company's US importer, Max Hoffman. At a 1953 directors meeting in Stuttgart, Mercedes' new general director, Fritz Kuhneken, agreed to Hoffman's order for 1,000 cars to guarantee the success of the production run. The 300 SL was introduced at the February 1954 New York International Auto Show instead of the Frankfurt or Geneva shows, where the company models usually debuted. In addition, the production of a smaller roadster, the Mercedes-Benz 190 SL, was announced after Hoffman placed an initial order of 1,000 to support their production. And there we have it, the fully built engine. Although it was quite an easy engine, it actually is quite complicated, as you can see right over here with the mechanical fuel system, that kind of stuff, and with this intake and exhaust. I really like this design. I think it's really clean. Like one side of the engine like fully built. Yeah, although it's an inline 6 and not a V8 where you have like the intake in the middle and then the exit and then the exhaust through the sides. But I think this is a really nice designed engine. Anyway, let's get it over towards the car and let's put it on our shoulders. Come on. Oh god, I forgot to put the crane. Oh, come on. The crane. Come on. Ooh, okay. It's hurting. Okay, push it over. Ugh. Thanks, Johnny, for the help. Okay, and now let's enter. Oh, what a relief. Okay, move you back. Awesome. And this is what I mean. The engine sits on an angle inside of the vehicle, and then the intake and exhaust manifold are really visible. I think it's really nice. I think it is a really nice design engine. Anyway, enough talk about that. Now let's continue on towards the suspension works and the tires. Although I have to say I'm gonna keep it clean. I'm not gonna do any modifications towards the tires, not like fancy rims or anything. Just keep the original rims on it and the original tire sizes and that kind of stuff. So let's get cracking on this beautiful car. Let's go. Mercedes received a positive visitor response to both cars in New York, and production began at the Sindelfingen plant in August of that year. The price of the 300 SL Coupé in Germany was around 29,000 Deutsche Mark, and that was 6,820 US dollars. The Roadster was 32,500 Deutsche Mark and was $10,950 in the US. That means it was 10% more expensive than the Coupé in Europe and over 70% more in the US. The 300 SL has a steel tubular frame chassis with a steel body combined with an aluminum bonnet, doors and dashboard. The boot lid was to further reduce weight. An additional 80 kilograms or 176 pounds could be eliminated with the expensive all aluminum body, but only 29 were ever made. Depending on the rear axle ratio fuel consumption, 17 liters per 100 kilometers, or that's 14 miles per US gallon, 70 miles per imperial gallon. The interior. 3 checkered pattern seats fabric were standard. Gray and green, gray and blue, cream and red. Most customers opted for leather upholstering, which became standard on the Roadster. With upward opening doors, the Coupé was a unusual high still entering and exiting the car was problematic. The steering wheel pivots on its hub 90 degrees away from the dashboard to facilitate entry. Storage space for luggage is behind the seats and in the coupe. The boot only holds a spare wheel and the fuel tank. The Roadster was available with 2 custom fitted leather suitcases for the larger boot. The coupe's windows were fixed and rolled down in the Roadster. The exterior. The body consists mainly of sheet steel with the bonnet, boot lid, dashboard seal and door skins made of aluminium. Silver grey was the standard color. All others were options. The objective of the overall design was to make the vehicle as streamlined as possible. The width of the tubular frame along with the cockpit allowed the cabin roofline to be inset considerably on both sides, dramatically reducing the front area. The structure was also quite high between the wheels, prohibiting the attachment of standard doors. The only option, already used on the W194 race car, which could be allow passengers over its height. Deep seal was a Gullwing door. The car's distinctive eyebrows were functional features in the front, both physical and aerodynamically, deflecting road water from the windscreen, and stylish in the rear, added for visual symmetry. The engine. The Mercedes-Benz M198 engine is a water-cooled 3-liter 182.8 cubic inch or 2,996cc overhead cam straight inline 6. Like the racing Mercedes-Benz M194, the 300 SL borrowed the basic 2-valve per cylinder M186 engine from the regular 4-door 300, the luxury touring car, introduced in 1951. It features the M186 aluminium head, a 30-degree diagonal base, allowing a larger intake and exhaust valves than the standard horizontal joint with the engine block. To improve performance, the M198 replaces the W194's triple 2-barrel Solex carburetors with a Bosch mechanical fuel injection system. This raised the output on the 300 SL from 175 horsepower to approximately 240 horsepower across when it reached 6000 RPM. And there we go, there we have it, the fully restored Mercedes 300 SL, I should say. Not SL 300, 300 SL, my apologies. But wow, what a beauty. Okay, now let's go over towards the paint booth and let's see what color do we want. I personally think a gray, the metallic gray look perfect on this car. The yellow, yeah, it looks good, but I'm not a big fan of it personally. So let's go over. Let's go. Okay, so I painted the car and I actually went with the beautiful factory color blue. I think it's a really lovely color, and went with a livery set, and there are 4 liveries on here. The livery that you see right here, this come in different colors. So I choose the white one. You had the black one, a red one, a gold one and a white one. I think the blue with the white is a gorgeous package. So now let's go over towards the wheel alignment, and then after that we're gonna do a dyno test, although we are not gonna expect much because it's not upgraded, it's just standard. But I think with this car you have to go classic, so keep it standard. So let's go over towards the wheel alignment and then towards the dyno.
1 season later.
So arrived at the wheel alignment and let's see how bad it is. So, oh, the first one is nice, this one is really bad. And this one also a little bit off, and this one is way off, and there we go, that is fixed. Now headlight alignment is not bad, there we go. And you are way off, so let's fix you and let's go over towards the dyno. Okay, so here we are at the dyno. Had to fix a little bit of problem. I forgot some U-bolts and a starter on this car, so I spared you the details. So let's go over towards making the power. Let's see how much power this makes, and let's see first of all how much does this make standard. So this car makes standard 250 horsepower at 5000 RPM and 382 Newton meters of torque at 4000 RPM. So let's see what are the numbers, and let's proceed the test. And I am putting my hands together and pray that it's the same, at least the same, and not like 1% less or something. Let's see. There it goes. You can hear it spinning up. Okay, that looks good. Yeah, the power levels is low. Come on. Almost there. Yep, exactly the same. That's really nice. I'm not looking for the drag rating. I'm not drag racing this car. I just want the power to be nice. And it's exactly the same like we know already. Because it's a completely stock car. But yeah, that's it. Let's see how it looks on the outside entrance. There we go. And oh my god, that looks really, really nice. Let's see. Oh, the doors. That is really... Oh, wow. Really love the interior of this car. Really, really nice. Okay, now let's start the car. Oh. Really, really nice. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful engine. Oh, love it. Okay, let's see. How much money can we make off of this beauty right over here? And yeah, we have 0 swap options. Awesome. Tuning is 0. We have 100% parts. As you can see right over here, nothing left. Otherwise it will be at latch page. And we can make a cool 116,000 profit. That's really nice. Although we could squeeze out more money out of this one, but that's not necessary. So yeah, that's it for this beautiful classic ultra rare car right over here. So anyways, ladies and gentlemen, I thank you so much for watching, and if you like this video, please like, subscribe if you haven't already. That would be much appreciated. And if you have any tips, tricks, or just something you want to say, please leave it down in the comments down below. That would be much appreciated, and I wish you a very nice day. Until the next one. Let's see how much money then we can make. Should we sell it, by the way, or should we keep it? Let me know in the comments. Thank you very much, and peace out, everybody.